This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's
Hey,
react.
hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of An Anthropologist Watches Glitter and Lasers. We're doing the 2024 review. We're playing with Coffee Grounds from OG. We'll probably switch at some point. Alright, but our goal here is to get through February and March. I'd like to do, hopefully maybe even April? February, March, April. Yeah. Gotta remember how many months are in a year. I don't know what that noise was, and I apologize for it. But yeah, so we're going to pick up with February. I forgot to do this in the last video. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who hits the thumbs up button. I will say that, like some of the other channels, my channel's been kind of like hit lately. So if you're not getting notifications, or if you have been mysteriously unsubscribed, I mean, if you unsubscribed, it's understandable. But if you didn't intend to be, just double check your guys's if you're subscribed or not. I don't think I got hit as bad as like Chikara got hit, but I definitely got hit. Thanks, YouTube. You couldn't have waited till January. Anyway, all of that being said, we are really just reviewing Glitter and Lasers 2024. And one of my commenters said, what was it? We got 3 months, 3 months of running, 3 months of vacation, 3 months of lipedema treatment, and 3 months of sweaters. And I'm like, yeah, actually, that's pretty much what we got, isn't it? Some little things sprinkled in and in between. But yeah, for the most part, that's been the year. So we're here to review that. Seeing as we are still in February, and March, I believe, is when she ran the 3K. 5K was a 5K, my bad. Because it was the St. Patrick's Day 5K. So we're still in the I'm training to be a runner part of this story arc. I do see, now we're just focusing on TikTok right now. We'll go back on Threads later, just because there's so much material to cover both of these. But and at some point I'd like to kind of like cross-reference things with YouTube, but she doesn't post, she posts her long form stuff on YouTube, but she also posts so much more content on TikTok, which makes sense. TikTok's her largest platform. She's got 8.5 million followers, if you care to believe that, on TikTok, and she's only got like 2.5 million followers on YouTube. She's kind of, I know she still gets on Instagram and stuff. I haven't really been following her Instagram, I'm not gonna lie. She kind of blocked my channel, and I was like, all right. And so I don't really follow her there anymore. But maybe I should. Anyway, we'll go over that later. So we are on February 1st, 2024. This particular video, I think I said at the end of last video, she has the comments turned off on this one, and I kind of understand why she would have the comments turned off on this one, because of the content of the TikTok itself. I've noticed that I'm kind of desensitized to Anna walking around naked effectively on the internet and then getting mad when people don't like it. But I'm kind of used to it at this point, so it doesn't, I don't realize that's what's happening most of the time. And I've also, because Anna is so constantly showing her body off, constantly, her overall physical form doesn't usually clock for me either. So when she does shit like this, it's like, yeah, I actually kind of like this bathing suit. I'm not gonna lie. I like the colors. I would probably wear it. It's cute. But this is the comment, or the description is, me clearing my throat apparently. When your goal swimsuit finally fits, self-love, fitness journey, body positivity. Anna is not officially on a weight loss journey, and that's something I need to like always reiterate when I talk about Anna, because people are always like, "Oh my god, why hasn't she lost weight?" Because she's not trying to officially, publicly. She's not trying to lose weight officially. I keep saying that because I do think Anna tries to lose weight, but much like everything else she does in her life, she expects exceptionalism and perfection without effort, right? She just expects things to be easy, and it's not. And so she's constantly looking for shortcuts, which is where the Manjaro comes in. It's where the liposuction for her lipedema is coming in. The Manjaro was not originally for inflammation, like she will later on claim. And the liposuction for her lipedema is mostly cosmetic, um, in my opinion. But the Manjaro thing was not originally for inflammation. She claims later that she's going back on the Manjaro for inflammation purposes, but there are so many other ways to treat inflammation. Why pick Manjaro unless you also wanted the weight loss benefits, you know? So anyway, I call bullshit on that. No one should be surprised. Anyway, Anna does use a lot of copywritten music in her videos, so if there's like bits and pieces that are quiet, it's because I had to cut the music out, just letting people know. But anyway, if I had to watch this, so do you. But this is the beginning of February. Dink, dink, dink. Yay. Yay. I'm not gonna lie, this is... I just get done saying that, like, her physical form doesn't do it, doesn't clock for me. The only times that I really notice, like, how much adipose tissue Anna has on her body is when she does shit like this and she, like, purposefully shimmies. Or there's, like, a video where she's running towards the camera on the beach, and it's, like, one of those slow motion videos of the golden retriever running towards you and you can see his hair flying in the background. It's kind of like that, only it's like her excessive body weight doing it. Those are the only times that I really notice it. And I'm not saying it in a way that, like, I'm not body shaming her. I'm just horribly fascinated by it because you just don't see people like Anna in the wild very often. Give it another 10 years, apparently. But, well, at least in America. But here we are. Anyway. Next. POV. Hyping yourself up to do the bits of self-care that aren't so fun. What is she saying? Sometimes taking care of myself can feel overwhelming and unenjoyable, but I've used the following tips to change the way I look at mundane self-care tasks. 3 ways to make boring self-care tasks more enjoyable. Break them into smaller mini tasks. Thank you, Anna. Change your mindset. Focus on the value they bring versus the work they require. 3, find ways to make the process of doing them. Find ways to make the process of doing them. For example, sing to yourself and dancing. Okay. Find ways to make the process of doing them a live musical? It's like, okay. What is it? There's 2 kinds of people in the world. 1, people who can infer the rest of the sentence from the beginning. Next. Oh, yeah, okay. Squat jumps in the house. Say what? Also, TRX is a great way to warm up and work up to this movement while being kind to your body. What? God, just watching her jump. It just looks painful. I mean, props to her because when she did her assessment for Run Lab, this is who she's working through right now. She doesn't have them tagged. When she first started working with Run Lab, they did an assessment and the guy was like, okay, now hop on 1 foot. And she was like, I can't. She tried to and she couldn't. And she tried to in a way like you could see the trainer's face. He was like, "Oh shit," and she couldn't hop at all. So because of her size, she had lost the ability to jump. So it's not long after this particular clip where literally everybody in the exercise world who watches the girls was like, "Oh my fucking god, why are you doing this? You're going to blow your knees out." And Anne's like, "No, I won't. Big girls can do exercises too. I'm stronger than I look." And then I think it's like March or April. It's got to be March, where she's like, "My knee hurts so bad, you guys." You don't say. You don't say. Also, what the fuck is up with Run Lab that they're like, "Yeah, you're 600 pounds. Let's get you doing jump squats." Seems like a good idea. And why does she need to do, those of you that run, I don't know. Why does she need to do jump squats in order to run? What are the jump squats doing for her running? I don't understand. But anyway, wobbly workout leg day fitness. POV, it's the last day of deadlifts on, oh, sorry, the last set of deadlifts on leg day? When did you do deadlifts? I'm confused. So part of the running saga, which took up the first third of the year, Anna also tried to reiterate to us that she is a fitness girly and she is a fitness guru and she knows what she's doing, you guys. You should totally ask her questions about how to be 600 pounds and still a buff. I probably have to bleep that one out. But anyway, this is a carryover from 2023. Somebody pointed out to me that the snack basket that I was going on about in the last video, that actually happened in 2023. It wasn't too long after the Target video. Or I think it was actually before the Target video, but I think she bought all this stuff during the Target video. Timelines, they be wibbly wobbly. So this is a carryover from 2023 where Anna's trying to convince us that she's like this exercise guru, because she's using, well, it's called Trainwell now, but it was called Copilot at the time. And it's just, every time you see her working out, in my opinion, every time I see her working out, I'm not a trained professional, right? And every time I see her working out, I'm like, your form looks like crap. You look miserable. And it looks painful when I watch you work out. And honestly, if I was like on the internet looking for workout inspiration, I would not turn to Anna. And I say that with all of like the kindness that I can. I think Anna hurts herself. And I think Anna is more stubborn about appearance than she is about actual benefit, to the point where she is absolutely willing to hurt and damage her own body in order to prove people wrong about obesity. And it's like, honey, obesity is the problem. Obesity is the medical condition. Everything else is either a comorbidity or it's caused by the obesity. And you really shouldn't be doing these kind of exercises at your weight. But she won't listen. She won't listen. And she's managed to collect around her enough yes men who tell her that, yeah, you can do that. Like with the Run Lab people. The TRX stuff that she's doing, she really shouldn't be doing that. Like, honestly, her knees are going to give out. And she's 40. She's 39. Yeah. She turned 40 in 2024, but that doesn't happen till October. But anyway, I'm just going on about how, like, the joke is that in your 30s, your body starts breaking down. It doesn't really. But in your 40s, it's not that your body starts breaking down. It's that you start feeling all the dumb shit you did in your 20s and your 30s. That does catch up with you, but it's not necessarily crippling. You're just like, oh, I can feel all of the running that I did in my knees now. All of the running I did incorrectly. I don't run. Don't come for me. But anyway, I'm just pointing out, Anna's not a spring chick anymore. And I'm only a few years older than her. I know exactly what she's heading towards. I'm not her size, so I'm just assuming that all of the shit I'm going through is just going to be magnified for her. Oops. It's also, I will say this, it does get harder the older you get to lose weight. It's not impossible. That's not what I'm saying. It's just in your 20s, you could go on a diet for 2 weeks and see weight loss. In your 40s, you kind of have to diet for like 3 weeks to a month before you start seeing a difference. But anyway, that's just me bitching. One of my favorite things to do. Oh, this is another one of her modifying cooking recipes. One of my favorite things to do is find a recipe online with great reviews and modify it to make it work for my high protein lifestyle. You mean your cheese diet? You gotta modify it for your cheese diet? I found this super yummy recipe from the Cozy Cook, and with a few swaps made it work for me. Honestly, I was blown away at how creamy and comforting the protein-packed chicken recipe tasted. Plus, I was left with lots of extra sauce to put on veggies throughout the week. I think all of the recipes... Did she put chicken in the... No, she used hamburger for the lasagna. Okay. Like, all of the recipes except for the lasagna, she's used chicken. And I don't know if that's just, like, a budget thing, if she just likes chicken. I know some people just don't like certain meats. But, like, why is she eating... If she's really so high protein... Like, I don't necessarily eat high protein, but I prioritize protein over everything else. And I don't understand why we don't see her eating eggs or steak or, hell, pork chops. I mean, not bacon, pork chops. Like, the meat, not the fat. There's nothing wrong with fat in the right portions. But again, Anna, as we've noticed, doesn't understand what a portion is. And I think that's honestly more her problem than Anna just sits around eating absolute junk all day long. Though, snack basket, all I have to say. And she does have another one where she's like, snacking is very important to me. And she has like a snackle box, which is a real thing. And next time I see it at TJ Maxx, I'm buying the damn thing because it is a real thing. But anyway, she packed the snackle box with over 1,000 calories of like cheese and nuts. And did she even put fruit in there? I think it was just cheese and nuts and crackers, which again are not bad for you in the right portions. But 1,000 calories of them as a snack, it's very easy to do too. Cheese and nuts are very high in calories. Anyway, for whatever reason, and again, I ask those of you who know TikTok better than I do, I know this is cutting off, but here it says less, which means this is all I get to see. Does that mean that's all there is? And that's a TikTok problem? Or is there another button or layout that I should be using in order to get the entire description? But anyway, let me turn the sound on this one.
Completely new recipe. Let's see how it turns out.
So I found this ranch chicken bake recipe online that had great reviews, but I needed to make a lot of modifications so it would work with my diet. So first I started using a fat-free version of cream of chicken soup. Then I used Fairlife milk instead of...
So you swapped out regular cream of chicken soup for fat-free. Is that really a swap? Also, what do you care if it's fat-free? I've seen you cook. What do you care that it's fat-free?
Instead of regular, and then I used Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. Now,
the only one of these, okay, the two things that I think are actual swaps, I don't count that soup, by the way. It's still canned soup. The sodium is still off the charts, if that's really what you're trying to avoid, which it doesn't sound like that. Also, you can make cream of chicken soup on your own, and it's not that fucking hard. Anyway, the Lifeway milk, I think that's a low lactose milk, or they have a low lactose. But again, why do you care? I've never heard her say she was lactose intolerant, and certainly the things I've seen her eat, she's not lactose intolerant. But swapping out the Greek yogurt for sour cream, that is a swap that I've seen people do, but usually it's because they're trying to go lower fat. Again, I've seen you cook, Anna. Low fat's not not like your thing, so why are you acting in this recipe like you are trying for low fat? Because you got the low fat soup, and then you're swapping out the Greek yogurt for the sour cream. I just go for the sour cream, honestly. It's not that bad for you. But anyway.
Now, of course, we add all the ranch and give it a big swirl. That's good.
And by ranch, she means the ranch seasoning, which I have a bottle of. I don't know why, but I do.
Once my chicken was good and done, I made a quick mash using some leftover cauliflowers and potatoes I had because I thought it would go really nice with the chicken.
Here we go. Oh my. That is just the way I like it. Like, excuse
It's just the way I like it. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to see what her swaps were for this recipe because I don't really remember it.
I'm redoing my bathroom to work better with my ADHD.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. So Anna's kind of like Amber in that Anna likes to collect disorders, right? Without ever verifying if she was actually ever diagnosed. And I know the ADHD thing is like, I want to say divisive, but I'm not entirely sure it is. I've had one person on here who's said, because it's so hard to get diagnosed with certain things like this, if somebody says they've got it or they're on the spectrum, then you just assume that they do. And I'm like, no, because that's self-diagnosis. And I understand what you're saying about it being difficult to get diagnosed, but that's kind of the point. Like, you don't want to be diagnosed if that's not what you have, and some of these things do present in other ways. I myself have been recently diagnosed with ADHD. I don't think I believe it, but here we are. I say as I play with my slime. I'm starting to warm up to it. Anyway, my point is, my best friend laughs at me every time I do that. Anna, to my knowledge, has never mentioned ADHD. And I don't know what the hell she's doing with this whole, like, I'm reorganizing my bathroom to work better with my ADHD. I think you meant OCD, but I could be wrong. Because again, I've not lived life with someone suffering or dealing with ADHD, so I just go through life like I've always gone through life, good or bad, and I would never do this to my bathroom. But I guess now that I've been officially diagnosed for the last 2 years, I guess I need to go you do not want to see the state of my bathroom. But anyway, I guess I need to reorganize my bathroom the way Anna's doing it. Also, look, can we talk about this for a minute? Nearly everyone I know who actually has ADHD, their bathroom does not look like this, okay? There is no surface in their house that looks like this. We apparently are clutter fairies. If there is a clear surface, we are putting something on it, right? So this bathroom, not only is it like pristine, there's nothing on the counter. Anyway. But I just kind of wanted to point this one out. I mean, I guess we'll watch it. I just wanted to point this one out because this is the first time that I can remember hearing Anna say something about having ADHD. Now, I only started covering Anna last year from basically her Target rampage forward. Now, I have been doing a lot of backwards deep diving. I've been looking at her blog from the past, and I will get back onto that next year. We're doing this deep dive. I mean, I've been looking at her past, right? The stuff that she's had out in the past. I currently have never seen her mention having ADHD. She did joke one time, you know, the whole like, oh, I have OCD joke. She's done that a few times, but again, I've never heard her mention that she's actually been diagnosed with it. I suppose Anna does play her cards very close, so it is entirely possible that she has been and she's never mentioned it and she never will mention it. That's entirely possible. She's not like Amber and Foodie where she, like, every second of her life has to be filmed. She's not like that. She just, on Threads, just types out every fucking thought in her head at any given moment. But anyway. So anyway, let's watch this and see how Anna helps her ADHD by reorganizing her bathroom. What does this say? I transformed my bathroom from pure chaos. We have vastly different ideas of what chaos looks like. To work for me and my ADHD brain. Now everything's in sight, which makes getting ready so much more manageable. Embracing instead of fighting my ADHD is bringing so much joy to my life, one cute organization shelf at a time. Also, never forget to celebrate the small victories and the big changes they bring. And then my shelf is linked in LTK for those looking to upgrade their bathroom too. I don't know. I am a sucker for organization stuff because I'm always like, oh, if I have that, I'll be organized. So I am a sucker for organizational crap. Does it work? We're not going to talk about the mess to the other side of the computer here. Anyway.
Let me introduce you to my chaos.
Hi.
Random drawer of crap.
Okay.
Random drawer of crap. And oh, guess what? Random drawer of crap.
But the surface of your bathroom is clean. And there's only 3 drawers, and they're not, like, stuffed to the brim. Anyway.
And the worst part is, if I don't see it, then in my mind, it doesn't exist.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
So my goal here is to make getting ready easier. So what I'm doing is I'm building a little shelf I got off Amazon, and I'm making sure I can see all of my products so I can find them easily when I need to get ready.
I'm not gonna lie, this moment reminds me of every time Amber organizes her bathroom and she ends up with like a vase full of fake crystals that she sticks her perfume bottles in.
Okay, I'm like obsessed with it. Everything's organized and you can see like every product.
I have news for you. This would last one day in my bathroom. And tomorrow, it will actually look like actual chaos. Only now, it's all on the counter, as opposed to being in the drawers where no one can see it.
Finding what I need in the morning is going to be so much easier.
Is it?
I'm redoing my bathroom.
Is it? Is it really? Anyway, I just want to include this one because of the ADHD thing. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, someone, you can also get organizers for the drawers. Saying. But apparently if they're in the drawers, they don't exist because Anna has no object permanence. So I guess I was going to say I've not seen Anna mention having ADHD in a while, but I guess we'll find out because we're going to go over 2024. Yeah, this is Anna and her fitness guru stage, showing us how to do squats. And I remember Chikara going over this and being like, her form is crap. I guess we are in no cheating. Add your last video from your camera roll. The endorphins for me. Anna did go through and still does go through this like self-care phase where she's like any excuse for self-care, basically any excuse for self-care. Everything Anna does is self-care. It seems like after her surgery, she went shopping at Trader Joe's because self-care. I think she went shopping at Dollar Tree because self-care. I think she walked around Walmart shopping because self-care. I think she went back to Target because self-care. You know, it's just like everything Anna does is for self-care. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. That's not the point. The point is like everything Anna does is self-care. Which I suppose is true. I don't know. Okay, this is the one where she's making pancakes and this turned out to be absolute chaos. We're not going to watch it, I guess is my point. Oh yes, her home gym essentials. Anna did a video, it's a longer video on YouTube where she goes over how to have, I do kind of want those adjustable dumbbells, where she goes over all the things she has in her home so she doesn't have to go to the gym, right? And I did the math on that because I was like, this is bullshit. And the math comes out to over $800 for all of the crap that Anna has. in her room for workout purposes versus a gym membership where you could go to Planet Fitness for like $10 a month. And it's like a $20 or $25 yearly annual fee. Like $800 will get you pretty far at Planet Fitness, and you have access to an entire full range of exercise equipment. Plus, there's people there that you can ask questions about if you need help with your form. They have a TRX set up at the Planet Fitnesses. It's just like, plus all of your walking machines, your step machines, your glider machines, if you don't want to do, you know, weights like that. It's just, why wouldn't you go to, and also then you don't have to store this shit in your gym. You don't have to maintenance this crap in your own home gym. You don't even have to clean it. You have to wipe it down because you're not an asshole. But beyond that, that's all you have to do at the gym. Wipe stuff down, put things back when you're done. That's it. Like, you don't have to find a place to hide the bench, find a place to hide your dumbbells, not leave them on the floor so you trip over them in the middle of the night when you go to get yourself a glass of water. They don't turn into like places for you to hang your clothing to dry. You know, it's just, it was a dumb video. But if this is also, you can tell I was upset about it. This was also part of Anna's whole fitness guru storyline, right? Because somewhere in the YouTube video, she's demonstrating, or she shows the TRX stuff, and she's like, if you guys want me to make a video demonstrating how to use the TRX stuff, I would totally do that for you guys. And no one asked for it, so she never did the video. And it's because Anna doesn't know shit about TRX. All she knows about TRX is what she's learned at Run Lab. So, like, you are the last person who should be teaching people TRX. Anyway. Next. These, okay. I know some people thought these were creepy. This is one of those times where I'm like, Anna, I think Anna's funny. And this dude is definitely funny. But she did 3 or 4 sketches with him. I'm going to click on this because I forgot that I wanted to go follow him. But yeah, these are some really funny sketches. I don't know where she claims that people, believe it or not, this script was written almost entirely from things you told me were said on your worst first dates. It was so much fun to do that. We definitely are going to make more. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. But yeah, this guy, him and her, actually, just from this video, they have really good timing. There's another one that they do later where she, like, I'm sorry, I think they're funny. She, like, steals his wallet and she walks away. And he's, like, been hitting on her the whole time. As she steals his wallet, she starts to walk away and he's like, hey, but I need that, though. It's just, like, it's so funny. But I need that, though. Anyway, I think they're funny. We're not going to watch it, though. This is another one that Anna got. I'm kind of amazed that she still has the comments on here. This is, the caption says, after almost a year of hard work, you are able to take a bath for the first time in years, and you remember just how healing they are for you. Life is good. Okay, first off, the bathtub's empty. That's not the point. I know a lot of people are like, where's the water? She's just showing that she can fit in a bathtub. Also, that is an amazing bathtub. She's probably in she's probably in like a furniture store somewhere. And then over here she says, what a, I guess that's non-scale victory to have experienced on Valentine's Day. It's February 15th, by the way. I know I haven't been saying the dates. I apologize. Change is hard, but change is good. This is still, has she admitted that she's doing the Wegovy yet? She's only admitted to doing for being on Wegovy like twice. Once it was, I think, in 2023, yes, when she was complaining about how everybody was basically calling her out for claiming that she was losing weight by just exercising alone. I think that was in 2023. And so she wrote a post originally that was like, I'm on a bunch of different medications, including Wegovy. And if you guys want a full list of all the medications I'm on, yada, yada, yada. And she's throwing a fit, basically. But she went in and modified the description later. I think that was on Instagram. Which, again, Instagram, up until Threads got launched, Instagram was her smallest platform. I'm not entirely sure what her Facebook platform is because I don't do Facebook. I know someone has told me. I feel like it's a lower number than Instagram, but here we are. So anyway, she posted it and then she went in and edited it to take out the word Wegovy or Manjaro, whichever one she was on. She went in and edited it out. So originally she had admitted that she was taking it, and then she went and changed that so that if you go look at that post now, you can see that it had been edited. But you don't know what got changed. And it was her taking the word either Wegovy or Manjaro out. And then we find out when she's preparing for her lipedema surgeries, her liposuction. I mean, I guess it's technically a surgery. I don't know. I've never had it done. Anyway, when she's preparing for that and she's like, it's so much pain, you guys. I can't even touch my thighs. They're so painful. Are they though? She mentioned then that she had to quit taking I think it was Wegovy. Anyway, she had to quit taking her weight loss drug because she had to quit taking everything that wasn't like life essential before the surgery. They make you do that, period, end of discussion. And so then she mentioned she had stopped taking it, but she stopped taking it like a month before the surgery. And she had made some comment about how since she had stopped taking it, she noticed that her inflammation had gotten worse and she had started gaining back her weight. Because the only way she had been losing weight was through taking the weight loss drugs, which, okay, look, I don't care. If you want to take weight loss drugs to help you lose weight, knock yourself out. You want to go get surgery to help you lose weight, knock yourself out. Just be informed. These are the only things I ask of you, right? I don't think there's any wrong way to lose weight as long as you're doing it with a doctor. If you're going to go the really severe routes like weight loss surgery and medication, and also like be informed. You know, some of these things can be really bad. They have really bad side effects, some of them. Anyway, I guess that was me saying, I don't care that she was taking weight loss drugs. What I care about is that she went on for a year and a half, like from all of 2023 and at least 3 to 4 months into 2024, claiming that she was losing weight and never mentioning the fact that she was using weight loss drugs to do it. She was claiming that it was her eating those high protein dinner meals that she was preparing, and also all of her exercise. First off, you don't lose weight through exercise. That's not how this shit works. You lose weight from adjusting what you're eating. It's calories in, calories out. I'm not even a professional and I can tell you that. So her exercising, though probably isn't, exercise isn't bad for you. It does help you maintain your weight loss, but it's not going to make you lose weight. And that's where a lot of like these fat acceptance people really get under my skin, because they're always like, oh my God, toxic diet culture tells you that you have to be in the gym 12 hours a day in order to lose weight. If they're telling you that, they're full of shit, because it doesn't matter. Unless you're also not eating the entire day, you're not going to lose weight from exercise. Anyway. And that was my rant about the bathtub. The rest of this, I don't care that there's no water in the bathtub. She's just showing that she can fit in the bathtub. The other part of this is she has gone for several years at this point. Remember, she's 39 here. Or 39 or 40. Not being able to fit in a bathtub. I can't imagine. I mean, obviously she's too tall for the bathtub. Many people are. I am a short hobbit person. I fit in all bathtubs. But not being so wide that I can't fit in a bathtub blows my mind. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. I literally cannot conceive of that, considering how big bathtubs are these days. Now, if you go back in like Victorian times, yeah, I don't think I fit in those bathtubs, but that's the Victorian era. And this is a very modern bathtub. It looks really nice too. I would love to have that bathtub. Anyway, enough about the bathtub. Oh, this is her. If you haven't whipped your cottage cheese, you're missing out. Today I'm making one of my favorite snacks. Whipped cottage cheese on Wassa crackers. I just have fun with it and let myself play with bits and bobs I have in my fridge. Today's toasts turned out delicious. I made one sweet and one savory version. For the first toast, I mixed spices, balsamic vinegar, Kalamata olives. I don't care if I don't pronounce that right. I'm sorry. And sun-dried tomatoes into the cheese and topped this spread with cucumbers and a little honey. I don't understand why you didn't just use like cream cheese, because that's effectively what you're doing. Anyway, the second I layered the cheese with good apricot preserves and bacon topped and then drizzled with Mike hot honey. Both variations I will eat and already have eaten. Again, cottage cheese is such a great blank slate to start from. You could even make the toppings bar and just let your whipped cheese freak flag fly. Ooh, that was rough. That way everyone gets to make a, I don't know. Anyway, but I don't know why you wouldn't just use cream cheese. I can't imagine the calories are going to be that much lower. Because you can get like 0 fat cream cheese. Unless you just want to whip it because you want to. I don't know. But this is a snack for Anna. So it doesn't look bad. Looks like a girl dinner to me. Next. All right. February 23. TGIF, thick girl in fitness. I can't believe that I'm running 2 miles now, but when I say running, I really mean old man jogging. No, you don't. You scuttle. But you know what? Moving is moving. As always, consistency is all that matters. It's all that matters, you guys. Plus size fitness runner motivation. Literally everyone except Run Lab tells her not to run. And Run Lab only tells her to run because she's getting them promotion. I don't know if they got the promotion they wanted, but they definitely got known. Where was I going with this? Anna and her running. So she did a long form series of videos on YouTube talking about her work with Run Lab and getting herself prepared for the 5K that she runs in March. And again, I go back to the assessment video, which I think is the first video. And the trainer guy just straight up tells her that she doesn't run. She doesn't run because her feet never leave the ground. Like there's a point in running where both of your feet are off the ground. That never happens for her. And also her knees are straight when she runs, apparently. I think I see them bending, but I could be wrong. So he's basically explained to her, not only do you not run, you don't walk properly. And Anna's over here, I'm running 2 miles now. No, honey, you're not. And I'm always like, you know what? If she thinks she's running, fine, because she's probably not damaging her joints as much doing these little shuffle walks that she does, thinking she's running, versus if she actually was running. And I'm like, just let her have her delusion. But I know there are a lot of people who do not like the fact that she calls this running, and they have a myriad of very good reasons. I'm not dissing any of those reasons. I'm just like, but she's not hurting herself. Let her have her delusion for the time being. Ah, yes, it's almost the end of February. It is. It's 2/27. This post. It's almost the end of February. Very wary. Try that again. It's almost the end of February, and all I can say is, what? February is flying by. I've been updating my workout playlist, and I have to say this month has me in a pumped up kind of mood. Nothing gets you ready to move your body like some good music. Anna always puts original sound in here, but it's copywritten music. I don't know how she does that. And this is her just demonstrating, yes, we've seen a lot of these videos before. throughout the year. This, I think, is from 2023. That might be from 2023. And some of these may be clips from her YouTube videos, because again, there's a lot of crossover, but there are some things that she just puts on one or the other. Anyway. She has no balance. I don't know who thinks this is a good idea. Her arms are shaking. She's hitting the ground so hard. So, anyway. And for our final posts of February 2028. Oh, this is another one of those sketches. Kind of funny. Oh, yeah. When I have the hotel, what was it? When I have the hotel gym to myself. Why does she have to be so uncomfortably sexualized? Yeah, when I have the hotel gym all to myself. A lot of people, when they watched this one, were like, why are you disrespecting the gym like this? I understand this is just kind of a joke. Like, I don't really think Anna goes into the gym and does this shit. Like, I don't know. I don't think she does that. I do think she just kind of throws her towels down because of the Target video, but here we are. What does this say? Feeling all kinds of wealthy, I can use whatever weights I want whenever I want and have a bench all to myself. Again, remember how I was going on about her home, her $800 home gym. And that's $800 in early 2024 dollars. If you paid for a gym, you would have access to, again, I can use whatever weights I want. Yeah, whenever I want. Pretty much. I mean, I've never had a problem. I've never had to wait for a machine. My gym has 2 of every machine, so I've never had to wait. They have more than enough dumbbells and little lifty bar things that I haven't used yet. I mean, they have plenty of equipment for everybody, even on the busy days. Now, I will be skipping going to the gym for like the first week of January. Maybe I'll only go in the afternoons. But anyway, I don't want to be there with everybody else because last year it was just absolute chaos. But that's different. The rest of the year, it's fine. I don't know. But this just kind of goes back to my whole, like, just pay for a gym membership. Again, $10 at Planet Fitness is less than $800. I mean, you could get like a whole year. I think I did the math. It's like $25 per year and then $10 on top of that. So that's what, 120, 140, 145 a year to be able to go to Planet Fitness and use their workout equipment versus an $800 drop all at once. And you have to maintenance, store, and keep your own equipment in your own house versus $10. I get to walk through the door, use your shit, and leave. Plus, you have access to the changing room and the showers if you're one of those kind of people that is not terrified of showering in the public showers. I'm not saying I have problems, but you get my point. This is another one of her snacks. You know what everybody likes? Parfaits. Have you ever met a person who says, let's get some parfait? They say, wait, hang on. I'm not reading this right. You know what everybody likes? Parfaits. Have you ever met a person you say, let's get some parfait, and they say, hell no, I don't like no parfait. Parfaits are delicious. That was a conversation. Name that movie in the comments. Okay, that was a quote. I don't get it. This is a snack parfait for her. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a parfait. But this is like the same size as like overnight oats that I see one of my food prep channels make. This is breakfast for them. And this is a snack for Anna. Anyway. This just kind of goes back to my whole Anna doesn't understand what a portion size is. And Anna, I think this is just me adding on. I don't think Anna likes being uncomfortable. And hunger is a form of being uncomfortable that I just don't think Anna or any of the girls is really comfortable doing. They don't like the sensation of hunger. And so whenever they have a little bit of hunger, they go nuts. I would like to point out, she's taking Wegovy Manjaro, one of those, right now, and she's putting down this amount of food. It's my understanding that those drugs make you not want to eat, and if you overeat on them, they make you nauseous. So, I don't know, man. But I've not been on any of them, so I don't have a personal experience with any of them. One major thing I have had to learn on my journey with weightlifting, you guessed it, recovery. It doesn't always come naturally to me. So I now make a point to be intentional with it. Water, protein, and rest are crucial to this process, and I always feel better when I make a point to remember all three. Again, Anna being a fitness guru, she's drinking water at her gym that she went through and threw the towels around. She's sleeping in her hotel room. That's not her bedroom. More working out in that gym. Oh, she was at LA Fitness. There we go. And then all of her protein snacks. Did you see that? No. We're going back. Pause. All right. Quest chips. Protein bar. A protein shake. I used to drink those. I'm not crazy about them anymore. And then Greek yogurt. One of these things is a whole food. Anyway. This is March 8th. Last year, because I worked on my health, I was able to travel more. I really loved it. I'm excited to be kicking off some travel in the next couple weeks, which will mean all new content. Woo! I'm happy to be in the body I am in. Nope, read that again. I am happy to be in the body I am and be able to experience this wonderful world we live in. Look, man, I'm dyslexic, okay? That was her trip to Finland, which she was gifted. I don't know what that was. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. But I'm willing to bet the majority of these were either gifted or sponsored. So. And she does later on this year, in 2024, go on like 4 different cruises. She's already been on one to Puerto Rico. So. My new favorite thing is to run in a city I am completely unfamiliar with and just be delightfully distracted with all the new things to see as I plod along. Plod is a good description. I did nearly 3 miles while in Seattle. Shit. And they flew by because I was on an adventure. Huzzah. Okay, so she can... I just want to put this into perspective for everybody. She can run 3 miles in Seattle and feel amazing afterwards. She can't walk 2 miles in New York, where she used to live, without being so drained and in so much pain that she has to cry in her hotel room at the end of the video because she snatched someone else's order up from the bagel shop. This is March. Bagelgate was in September or October. Putting it out there. When your side quest involves remembering you can play the guitar. ADHD. Okay, here we go. ADHD procrastinating side quest. I think that's more of her living room than we've ever seen. Can she actually play?
Fell to pieces.
Back it up.
Again, something to believe. I was hoping just to be deceived. You found faith and you found Jesus. I found nothing and I fell to pieces.
I have no idea. It's not bad. I feel like her guitar is probably on the same level my guitar is, which is low. Let's be honest. That's fine though. I don't know what the... Wow, that's a face. She always has such an angry resting face. She turned the comments off on this one, and I wonder why. I mean, this is that dream bathing suit that she shared at the beginning of February. So it's probably okay to say she recorded this at the same time. So timeline. Wibbly wobbly. No. One of these days, not today, but one of these days, we're going to sit down and we're going to watch all of these sketches because I think they're funny. Here we go. March 18th. Saturday, I ran my first 5K. So that was, what was the 15th was St. Patty's Day. I ran my first 5K and finished with an average pace of 18.75. I put in the work and my body showed up for me. I couldn't be prouder. I can't wait to keep slow running and seeing my life continue to evolve. You're not running, Anna. Shout out to the ladies of Run Lab Austin for showing up for me on race day. Y'all make me feel so loved and supported. Special shout out to Casey for getting me out of my head and out of my own way. Her finish time basically was an hour. She's literally the last person to... No, there's some people behind her. She was one of the last people to finish the race. There's nothing shameful about that. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just pointing out that if Anna tells this story, Anna ran this in a blaze and she was super fast and, you know, she was the best runner that ever ran. And the reality of it is she had an average pace of 18.57, but the clock shows that she finished in like an hour. I don't even think that's right. So I don't think she's being fully honest, and that's a very Anna thing to do, is to... I mean, it is lying, but it's more like over-exaggerating the situation. But that's very Anna. And then if you challenge her on it or comment on it, you're a hater and she blocks you and you can't talk to her because you're not cool enough and all of that good shit. Yeah, in February also, around February 7th, I believe, is when... Remember we talked about the Adonis on the running trail who was allowed to speak to her because he said nice things to her. Somewhere in the mid or early February, she ran into a woman, supposedly. This is all very questionable. But supposedly she ran into a lady on the running trail and the woman originally the story was, the woman ran past her and said, "Good job getting out there," and kept running. And that made Anna have a complete and total meltdown where she filmed herself crying on the park bench because this comment that the woman had said was completely... It made her feel dehumanized. And in the original video, Anna was like, I know it was meant with good intention. So she was admitting in the first video that the woman had meant good job getting out there as an encouragement, not as a dehumanizing remark that Anna took it as. This is the coffee creamer that goes with the coffee grounds, again, from OG. And when Anna got basically called on that, because they were like, why the hell are you... A, why are you calling that dehumanizing? It's encouragement. And B, people on running trails shout encouragement at each other all the time. I did not know that. Again, I am not a runner. I don't know what running culture looks like. But as Anna had to defend her breakdown over a compliment, the longer she had to do that, the more she embellished the story. And so by the time she was done embellishing the story, not only had the woman stopped her completely from running and basically blocked her way from being able to continue down the running path so that she could lecture Anna about how she's fat and obese and how, you know, just all this shit. And also then said, good job getting out there. But basically was like forcing her Karen-like behavior onto Anna because Anna was a fat runner. How dare. So by the time she got done embellishing the story out that much, like literally everyone was like, if this even happened, And then she posted another video later after that where she was like, oh my God, you guys, she gets in her car and she's like cackling and she's like, oh my God, you guys, I just saw that same woman on the running trail and she said something encouraging to me again. And I said, do you know me? Because you don't look like somebody, or you're talking to me like someone who knows me. And then I ran away because I'm a petty bitch. And I'm like, yeah, you are. So again, everyone was like, I don't think that happened, but okay. If it did happen, your behavior was terrible. Like, what was the point of that? And so she didn't like the flack from that. And that got us one of her infamous temper tantrums where she was like, if you don't like the way I do things, and if you don't like the way that I say things, and if you don't like the way of my behavior and yada, 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 then I'm just not the creator for you and you should unsubscribe. Which is typically how she responds to vast amounts of negativity or criticism. She just throws a temper tantrum and goes, well, you should just unsubscribe from me because I'm not the creator for you. I mean, okay, I guess, but this, long story short, this is the end of the running saga-ish, because her it was a 3-video documentary about this running. It's on YouTube. I've gone over it. I feel like there was supposed to be a 4th video somewhere there in between the first and the second video, just because it felt like there was a time jump there that probably should have been there. So for some reason, I feel this is me feeling. I feel like there should have been another video, and I feel like she might have pulled it. I just don't know why. And the world may never know. So there we go. It's just me speculating, though. Don't take that as gospel. But I know that after she ran this, she decided she was going to run a Disney 10K. And from what I understand, the Disney runs are very competitive to get into in the first place. Like, they're very hard to get into. So the fact that she never got around to doing one of the Disney runs is no fault of Anna's, because it's just hard to get into them from my understanding. I don't know if she's given up on it, but she hasn't mentioned it since March, so. And we move on from the running saga and we get into the never-ending vacation saga. Jumping on this trend because it felt personally relevant. She's dancing to Meghan Trainor's Been Like This. Basically insinuating that she's always been fat. I mean, maybe she has, I don't know. POV, when you stop waiting for someone else's approval to enjoy your life. She just walks off the side. Maybe she hasn't ever dived. What I can do. Look what I can do. Somebody in my comments from the first video in the series was like, the quote, "Look what I can do," pretty much sums up Anna's life. And I'm like, yeah, actually it does. You are correct. You deserve to enjoy life in the body you are in now, tomorrow, and forever. Self-love, confidence, positive vibes. This is one of, and so was the other one. This is one of the vacations Anna went on. Anna loves her own ass, by the way. She just loves her own ass. Case in point. So anyway. So this is vacation, I believe, number 2. Because we've already gone to Puerto Rico. And she's in the British Virgin Islands right now. That's in March 23rd. This is more of her British Virgin Islands. This is also, is this the one where she does the really weird video, the really weird watch me? Oh, and the comments were turned off on that one. I've never climbed anything like this before. Let me start over. She says she's in Devil's Bay National Park, located in Virgin Gorda, BVD, British Virgin Islands. Sure. I hate this swimming suit, by the way. I hate patchy stuff like this. Like, I don't care who's wearing it. I don't like the the patchwork look, but anyway. I've never climbed anything like this before. I've always seen people do it and been afraid. You're climbing a boulder. Like, the fuck? And been afraid I'd fall or get hurt or otherwise embarrass myself, she says as she gets up on top of it and does her nasty girl dance. Good lord. However, when I saw this boulder in the baths, I knew I had to try. This boulder? This specific boulder? This boulder was calling your name. I was fully prepared to fail. God, can you imagine? That'd have been ugly. But I surprised myself by doing it. It was another reminder to me that we are capable of so much more than we think we are. I'm learning if I give myself the grace to try and the freedom to fail, sometimes I can make the seemingly impossible possible. Okay, couple things. If Anna had fallen, that would have hurt because she would have gone down on her front. I mean, going down on any part was going to hurt, but that's where your face is, and face injuries not only look horrible, but they hurt. Anyway, I think, is this the same vacation where she goes climbing through some rocks with holes in them and she stopped? This is on her YouTube channel, and she stops to talk about how she's afraid she's going to get stuck in these really narrow kind of, I don't want to call them caverns because they were more like pathways between these big ass boulders. But anyway, she's like, oh my God, I could get stuck here and no one would know. And it's like, why are you doing anything like that? Like, Anna doesn't take into consideration if she were to get hurt. This is not that big of a deal, but when she was in those caverns, if she were to get hurt, getting her out of that location would have been damn near impossible. And it's a lot to do with the fact that she is so big that a normal rescue crew would not be able to get in, get her out, kind of a thing. And she just never takes that into consideration. It's always about, I am learning that I can do all of these things that skinny people can do. I mean, you can, but here's my other thing. This is an accomplishment for her. Look how much she's struggling, too. It's an accomplishment for her to go up this boulder that's like, just judging based on her height, 6, maybe 7 feet tall. She has a hard time getting up that. Yeah, she's taller than this boulder. So this boulder is less than 5.5 feet. It's taller than me. But she has a hard time getting up on it. And it's not because there's something physically wrong with her, right? It's not like Anna has some kind of physical ailment that makes this difficult for her. Something outside of her control that makes this difficult for her, right? Anna has just literally gotten herself to the size that she is so big that she can't reliably carry and lift her own weight up. I won't point that out to people. Anyway. But yet, she's a big girl she's a big fitness girl. This is a non-scale victory. All right, March 28th. Okay, so this is when she started partnering with Starbucks. Super excited to announce that I am partnering with Starbucks. It's a tall order, to represent one of your favorite brands. I am so excited to do it with such a beautiful group. I literally cannot wait to share this adventure with y'all. This is the beginning, apparently, of the Starbucks saga. Now, here's the thing. Part of Anna's anti-inflammatory diet that she's supposed to be on for her lipedema is vast amounts of Starbucks. Lots of Starbucks. Oh, hey, it's the guy with the dog. Hang on. Where'd he go? Wait. Was he? Is he in that picture? He is. There he is. It's the guy with the dog. Anna recently photobombed these people's short. I think it was a TikTok. I think it was a short and a TikTok. Anyway, he and his husband are adorable. And his husband, I think the caption was, waiting to see how long it takes my blind husband to figure out he's tasting the same drink. And so it's the new Wicked drinks. And so they had the 2 drinks in front of them. And the guy in the blue shirt, I believe, is the blind partner. And so he picks up the one on his, I think it's on his right. Anyway, he picks up the right drink and he takes a sip and he's like, oh, okay. And he sets it down. And in the time that he sets it down, his husband like swaps the drinks real fast. And so it's like, so he reaches to the left to drink what he thought was the second drink. And it's the same drink. And he sips it and he's like, I don't know. I kind of tastes the same. And so he sets it down and he goes to reach for the right drink again, and his husband swaps it. He drinks it and he's like, they kind of taste the same. And I think he swapped it like another 1 or 2 times before the guy was finally like, this is the same drink. And I'm like, you guys, that would be mean if I didn't know you guys were playing with each other. But anyway, Anna photobombed that video in like a really weird way. But because of that, I recognize him here. Probably these are all TikTok influencers, and I just don't know who they are. Because I don't follow TikTok. Yay, they're on a bus. I don't know if some of you guys know who some of these other TikTokers are. Let me know. It's very, very important that they all have the same influencer photo. There we go. Yeah, see, that's the guy with his dog. He's a sharp dresser. That's got to be his husband. I don't know. Anyway, funny story. This, however, is the origin of Anna as a Starbucks ambassador. Bum, bum, bum. All right, this is March 28. March marks 1 year since I started prioritizing physical activity in my health journey, and what a year it's been. I can't deny it's been weird to be on the sidelines and see the discussion focus solely on my weight. When has it not been? I could write a novel on how people expect and punish people for not achieving extreme amounts of weight loss seemingly overnight. No, most of them just want to know how you're doing it because they know you're lying. Luckily, I knew starting this that big changes take time and that these changes weren't just about my weight. I'm refocusing my life on the things that matter to me most. I've switched that, but here we are. Here are the things I am proudest about this year. It's going to cut off because I can't figure out how to make it not do that. I started my journey by walking 0.25 miles and back from the dog park with Data. So 1/4 mile back and forth with Data. I used to be in pain when I got back. Can you imagine? Now I can run 3.1 miles nonstop. No, you can't. No, you can't. Anyway, this is due to not only increasing my activity gradually over time, but also because I was persistent about addressing some medical anomalies. I wonder if she talks about what those medical anomalies were. But anyway. No. First off, most people, I'm sure some people she left. Oh. All I had to do was scroll. Oh my god. Oh no. All I had to do was scroll. Oh my god. Are you serious? All this time. All this time. All I had to do was scroll. I expect comments. Oh, okay. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. And it's not, I'm leaving that in. Where were we? Okay, I was persistent about addressing some medical anomalies I was facing. Are you gonna tell us what they are? I used to eat out nearly every meal. No. Now I cook the majority of my meals. I still don't believe that though. Knowing what goes into my body helps me better plan food as fuel source while still making it enjoyable. I mean, she's not wrong there. On that point, I learned having a plan makes me more likely to complete a task. I mean, yeah, even if I totally deviate from the plan. Sure. So I began planning my personal and professional life to optimize for happiness. Shouldn't you have figured that out a while ago? Anyway, I started to limit my time on social media. Really? As a creator, being online more means more risk of being exposed to emotionally damaging material. So instead, I just get on threads and just tweet every thought that pops into my head. That's completely different. Instead, I focus on my fans' bullshit and friends, then check out. Right, sorry, I chopped that one up a lot. With the extra time, I have been able to rekindle personal passions and hobbies, like playing the guitar. I became proactive about friendships and made goals around making plans to see people. This one I am still working on, but hey, acknowledging it is the first step. You're still working on learning to plan, I think. Most importantly, I feel like I am making time for myself in my life. In a world that tells us we are never enough, sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we are. That's what this journey has been about for me, reminding myself I am worthy of my own time. Okay. So I have learned to scroll. My God, I'm so sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, most people were commenting on Anna's weight because she visibly was losing weight. She really was. But she again was basically saying it was just because of her exercising for the most part. And then she's talking about her meals where she says she ordered out for every meal. First off, that's a lot of money. Secondly, no shit. But then also most people just wanted to know if you were on a weight loss drug or not, because you were losing a suspicious amount of weight without doing the things that people do to lose weight, right? So that was why people wanted to know. Secondly, you didn't run 3.1 miles nonstop. I know this because at some point you talked about having to get out of your own head because you almost quit the 5K, and that's why you were thankful for your friend who talked you through it. Cool, but that's not nonstop. What else was she talking about? The rest of this, her limiting her time on social media. When did that happen? In what world did that happen? But yeah, planning to be happy. Sure, whatever works. Planning to spend more time with friends. I always think that's a good idea. Living things are more important than anything else. Halfway to Halloween. Somebody had a halfway to Halloween party? I don't hate this idea. Maybe I should have a halfway to Halloween party. Anyway. Almost a year ago, I went to Finland to learn why they were the happiest country in the world and was miserable the entire time. I didn't expect how much my life would change because of that trip. I wish everyone could experience the mental clarity that week gave me. Man, I would love to spend a week in Finland, especially on someone else's dime. On that note, I saw today that at Visit Finland is selecting another group of people. Dang, I missed it. To learn about happiness in Finland. If you want to travel and are excited to share happiness with the world, you should apply. If you are nervous about applying, the advice I give you is be yourself. They don't want you to be anyone but you. Also, FWIW, the group. FWIW? The group was incredibly diverse last time and super inclusive. But yet you couldn't sit at the table because you wouldn't ask for a chair that you would fit at. So, yes, Anna did go for a happiness retreat in Finland because she won this, whatever this was, and then proceeded to be absolutely miserable the entire time. Do I need to scroll on that one? Okay. Oh, the infamous salami cups. Salami can be made into a taco, but should it be? I mean, probably not. I'm so excited to try more air fryer recipes in my hallway. Oh, that's right. She set her air fryer on fire. How did she manage that? I forget. This is just absolute chaos. This whole thing. We're not gonna watch the whole thing, but as Olga says, I just went on a roller coaster of emotions. At some point, she like sets it on fire and sticks it out in the hallway because of the smoke. And while she has the door open, Data tries to run away. I mean, maybe if you spent more time paying attention. Oh, hey, I just noticed this. Yep. Hang on. You're being a dumbass. Right there. These, it will come up. These are the spaghetti squash rings that she cuts in another video. She is like super hyper in this video and the video that we'll eventually get to. Oh, this is April 1st anyway. Fool's Day. Maybe that's what this was. Was this actually just an elaborate April Fool's thing? Mind blown. Anyway, we'll get to this eventually. She's like really weird in this video where she's cutting this squash up. But I said we were going to do February and March. We are on April 1st. I think we've been on April 1st and I wasn't paying attention. But so that was February and March. So far, wow. So far we have run up to our 5K. We ran the 5K. We talked about being a protein girly. We worked out with our weightlifting, with our, somebody pointed out it's for Anna, she says it's hard lifting, not heavy lifting. And that's a weird way of putting it. My thing is that everything's hard for Anna. And I think being hard is the important part of it, if that makes sense. The struggle or the appearance of struggle is more important to Anna than actual progress, if that makes sense. She went to Finland last year. But we got reminded about the Finland trip. But yeah, mostly February and March was Anna being a fitness guru, Anna sharing her protein meals with us, Anna prepping for her run, and then the 5K. And then Anna convincing us that she's a plus size runner and also a fitness guru. So, and she did share some more of her snacks. But then in her video talking about recovery with water, rest, and protein, her protein sources were Quest chips, protein bars, a protein shake, and Greek yogurt. Because screw eggs and chicken breast and steak and pork and turkey and duck and jerky, beef jerky. What other food? What other tofu? Tofu. I'll give you tofu. Like, screw those sources of protein. If it's not in a chip or a bar form, I'm not interested. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up here on April, and next video we're gonna do April and May. January, February, March, April, May. April and May. So okay. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a little running man or a 4-leaf clover or both down in the comment section just to kind of remember Anna's run in the St. Patrick's Day parade. And I don't know, people have been sharing their favorite Anna moment from 2024 with me. No one's mentioned Bagelgate? Are you for real? Anyway. But go ahead and keep that up. Let me know what you guys think of the video so far. Keep up telling me what your favorite Anna moment. I guess I should say, share your favorite positive Anna moment or your favorite hecticana Anna moment. Look, I like the word, okay? I'm allowed to like things sometimes. And that's all I've got for you guys. So again, if you notice that you're either not getting notified about my videos, I know, a tragedy. A travesty of justice. Or if you somehow gotten unsubscribed when you didn't mean to, again, if you unsubscribed, it's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, if it's not what you had intended, go ahead and just unsubscribe and resubscribe. Make sure that you got all your little bells and whistles tapped, because YouTube's YouTubing and it's annoying. So there we have it. Yeah. So again, you've got the Running Man and or a 4-leaf clover, and I will see everybody in the next one when we do April and May. Bye.
This is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.